Hey guys, today we're going to look at a chainsaw and a few tools that we use to sharpen the chain. I am by no means an avid chainsaw sharpener, but I found something that is very impressive and does the job quite well for me. First off, I want to show you, I found this another video on YouTube, and the guy had a toolbox he carried with him every time he went out with his chainsaw working. And just got him a little putty knife to clean out the groove of the bar, a couple extra wrenches, extra files, extra chains, got an extra bar here. Just thought I'd do that, and it's nice to have it all handy for you whenever you go to work. So I got that toolbox for Christmas and loaded it up full of stuff. So today we're going to be sharpening the MS-251, and prior to that I want to talk a little bit about the different systems that I've tried in the past. To start with, just a regular file handle and a file. This is how I learned to file to start with. However, I've discovered that I'm not that good running the file on the bar consistently, and so I get them to where they feel like they're sharp, but not that successful when I start cutting. So that told me maybe I needed to get a guide of some sort, and so I did. I went and bought the Oregon filing system that has a regular bar guide on it. It's got your angles in here, and this too helps to hold the file more level and gives you a better consistent edge. But there's still one thing that only until recently did I learn when you're sharpening a chain that will give you that the most effect out of your cut, and that is to file down the guide teeth as well. Herein comes probably the best thing I have ever discovered to sharpen a chainsaw. Even better than factory to my liking when I'm using it. I'm not an avid chainsaw person or user, but when I do, I like to be able to keep my own machine sharp. And so this here Stihl makes it, and there may be other brands out there as well, but made by Stihl, and it's a built-in system that has the file here for your chain, and then it's got a flat file in here that at the same time as you are sharpening your chain, it'll take off the edge of your guide tooth. Now what I'm talking about here, for those that may not know, this is your tooth here, and this part here is the guide. Now if this guide sits up higher than the tooth, then it won't cut. And so you have to keep an eye on these guides to make sure they're below the edge of the tooth. And that's where I was messing up before, because I would always focus on the tooth, but I didn't know about the guide. But recently I've learned about this guide, and this system that I'm going to show you how to use today works on both the tooth and the guide at the same time. Makes it very effective. So you'll see with this system, there's actually make a different size for each different size chain, and it'll have the measurements. This is for a 325 inch chain here, and it's got your arrows and it's got your alignment lines in here as well. But basically what you do, you're going to find your spot on your chain so that you don't sharpen the same tooth more than once, but you're going to orient it so that your tooth file is toward the back or toward the motor side, and then your flat file is sitting up just a little bit higher. So you'll sit it in here, and then you'll just line up your lines. They can't see my finger because you're down there. Get above me. You're going to line up these lines parallel to your bar to keep your angle straight. And then you'll simply take your swipes like you normally would. I usually do 5 just because that's the number I like. Now we can see on this tooth here, I don't know if the light's right or not, but we have a good sharp edge, and we've taken just a little bit off of this guide tooth. Okay, so we discovered our camera is not really the best at capturing that. But here's our guide tooth here. Let me find it here, right there. And here's my tooth. We'll turn on some light here and see if that maybe helps to focus a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't help. Well, maybe right there. Okay, sorry guys. So we'll get back to filing. Just watch me go through it, and then we'll maybe try another look. One thing I like about this too is you see it's got these square bars on it. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here. And this helps keep the guide level on the teeth surrounding the one that you're working on. And it just gives everything a nice consistent surface when you finish. I'll finish this side and then we'll come back and we'll swap to the other side and show you how to flip it around. So once again, I'm going to find my other green tooth here. And then basically we're going to go through the same steps. We're going to line our marks up and hit the licks. And this is rather fast as well. That's one thing I like about it. I can do this rather effortlessly. And so far, as many times as I've used it, it's been very consistent. It's given me a good cut, as long as I can keep it out of the dirt. Then I have a nice sharp chain. Now just to make this easier on me, I went ahead and labeled this for the two saws that my 029 and my 251 that this can be used on. Today we're actually going to be using both saws, so I really only would have to take this one. One of the unique features about this, it does fit in your hand really well. It's more ergonomic. My hand does not hurt near as much when I'm using this compared to an old file guide. But if you need to change it out, you simply open that cap there, and all your files will slide out of the end, and you can replace your files. So that's a neat item as well. These are kind of pricey on the front end. These ones are listed, I think I gave $40, yeah, $40 roughly a piece for these file guides and file sets. But they have made such a difference that it was worth it for me for the money. I have tried in the past as well, taking the chain to the shop. They use a machine to sharpen it. Not necessarily a bad thing, but there again, you're paying them $5 per chain to sharpen it. I've tried the Dremel tool attachment. That works okay a little bit, but it still doesn't take into account your guides that we talked about earlier. So for me, I found that this $40 that I spent on this file setup was really the best money that I've been able to spend to keep my saws sharp and cutting straight and cutting good for me. So that's a little review and how-to use the Stihl chainsaw sharpener guide. I don't know what you really call it, but anyway, if you like this video, stand by for more. You guys have a good day. Hit like and subscribe. Don't forget. Have a good day.